Okay, cool humans, welcome back to the channel. However this finds you, I hope it finds you well. Today we are getting back into breaking down Capcom's latest juggernaut, Monster Hunter Wilds. Again, it's the only game I've been playing in my free time, so you know, it was just released on February 28th, 2025. This particular title isn't just redefining combat synergy for me right now, it's shattering sales records and rewriting the Monster Hunter Capcom sales records. From a combat system that channels the fluidity of Monster Hunter Wilds' most iconic battles to a launch that nearly doubled Street Fighter 6's lifetime sales, this game is both a financial and gameplay phenomenon to me right now. And listen, if you've ever played a game where teamwork felt forced and janky, Monster Hunter Wilds is here to remind you what real synergy looks like when you communicate and, you know, just trying to have fun with your friends that are reasonably intelligent. You know, caveat, you know, this isn't just one of those games where your teammates stand around looking confused while you do all the work. Nah, when you and your squad roll up on a monster in Wilds, it's like watching a well-directed fight scene where everybody knows their role when communicated right, and I loved it. For example, like you can have the heavy hitter dropping a hammer like Thor out there. Then you got the range guy sniping weak points like Hawkeye. That one friend that swears they're dodging but really just running for their life. And then there's you trying to keep it all together while a 30-foot beast turns the battlefield into an earthquake simulator. It isn't just button mashing, like it's strategy. When the timing clicks, when you and your crew start chaining attacks like a final boss in an anime fight, it's a pure chef's kiss gameplay moment. You know, like check this out real quick. This is a perfect example. I wish I could have got the audio on it, but it was Duce was talking about his paralysis build, and I was like, hey, let me see if we can pull off a combo, and I just enjoyed it.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
And even in solo play, Wilds makes you feel like a tactical genius sometimes. Every dodge, every counter, every moment you perfectly time a hit before the monster rage quits into a second phase. It's the sweet spot between chaos and control, and that keeps you locked in. What really separates Wilds from other action RPGs is the sheer depth of the team composition to me. It isn't just about swinging the biggest weapon you can find. The right mix of builds can completely change the flow of the fight. Just think about it, like somebody having a tank build running high defense and taunts and can't keep aggro off the DPS players. And then you got a support build focused on buffs and healing. You can turn a losing battle into a comeback. You got elementally focused builds that can exploit monsters' weaknesses, leading to massive burst damage. And I'm looking forward to getting into that more in high rank with the burst damage, or like even somebody maybe a trap specialist that can set the stage for insane setups, locking a monster down while the team goes to work. So apparently, whether you're a solo player experimenting with different loadouts or a squad coordinating builds like it's an esport event, Wilds gives you a level of strategy that rewards creativity just as much as skill. Now, financially, Wilds is rewriting the rules. Apparently, according to an official Capcom statement, the game surpassed 8 million copies in just 3 days, the fastest any title has reached this milestone in Capcom's history. It nearly doubled Street Fighter 6 lifetime sales of 4.4 million copies. That really kind of put it in perspective for me because I love Street Fighter 6, and it even outsold Street Fighter 5's entire 9-year run in mere days. So basically, this explosive launch for them has vaulted Wilds to become Capcom's 13th best-selling game ever, with industry analysts predicting it could soon overtake Monster Hunter World's 21.3 million copies. And if that wasn't enough, Wilds also hit over 1 million concurrent players on Steam at launch. Compare that to Street Fighter 6, I think their peak was 70,000 players. Translation, Capcom isn't just eating, they're at an all-you-can-eat buffet right now, like a fat kid love cake. Now, I'd be lying if I said Wilds has been smooth sailing for everybody. While many players are having an incredible experience, including me, again, my PS4 Pro experience has been smooth, 120 FPS the whole time. Others are dealing with frame rate dips, stuttering, and crashes, that can turn an epic hunt into a frustrating mess. And let's be honest, this game is too damn good to be ruined by technical problems like this. So Capcom is pushing out updates from what I understand now, which the initial reaction was a little weird from what I could see. But I believe we can only hope that they're going to fix this issue fast before they overshadow what could be an all-time classic game. Because in today's saturated gaming market, where a game can go from game of the year, like straight up, that's what everybody talking about, to forgotten in a week, one bad launch patch can bury a masterpiece, basically. If Capcom gets this right, Wilds will be talked about for years. If they fumble the bag, just another case of what could have been. Here's the silver lining. Capcom has a history of feeding its biggest hits with long-term updates and expansions. And with the insane financial success of Wilds, they be crazy not to keep that tradition going, and they be dumb, and they already have live events going, which I'm excited about. Now, big sales don't just mean profit, they mean incentive. And Capcom has always been at its best when it keeps its player base engaged. Monster Hunter World got constant updates, and then they got Iceborne expansion, turning it into one of Capcom's all-time greats, basically. Then you got Street Fighter 6 that continues to thrive with new characters and balanced updates. Even Resident Evil remakes get long-term patches and post-launch content. So if history tells us anything, this massive success guarantees we'll see more updates, fixes, and possibly some wild-ass expansions down the road. Because let's be real, when a game is printing money like this, it feeds back into the ecosystem, creating a healthy synergy between the players and the developers. We win, Capcom wins, everybody eats possibility in this situation. So at the end of the day, Monster Hunter Wilds isn't just a game, it's a bit of a phenomenon in the gaming industry for me right now. It's proving that PvE can be just as engaging and competitive as PvP without the manufactured rage bait built in. It's giving Capcom its biggest launch ever, and most importantly, it's bringing back that feeling of real multiplayer camaraderie for me, whether you're playing with friends or rolling solo. So what do y'all think? Does the mix of next level combat? I would like to think that it feels kind of like a multiplayer Elden Ring for me, the way I'm digging into this builder. Like, what do y'all think about the record-breaking sales and a community-driven PvE experience, making Wilds like the best Capcom game yet? One of them, you know what I'm saying? Is it not? Feel free to drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this dive into Monster Hunter Wilds, hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell, because really I feel like it's just getting started. Until next time, TL Double, aka Eskimo Slim, STT Podcast. Stay sharp, stay synergized, stay safe. Peace.